another edition of the Smoking Den, and tonight we're going to be reviewing the Kermit the Frog of cigars. This is the La Flor Dominicana Double Claro 48. It is a 7-inch with cigar with a 48-inch ring gauge, hence the name 48, and it is a double Claro to connotate that it is a Candela wrapper. And I've had a couple requests for the Candela wrapper videos, so I must oblige. Very, very, very few manufacturers make Candela anymore. Most that do are cheaper machine-rolled cigars, Phillies, Garcia Vega, Dutch Master, which I suspect a lot of people who buy them buy it with the intention of rolling it with something else besides tobacco. I don't know what it is, but I think somewhere in Colorado they do. It is, of course, a green wrapper, and this was all the rage back in the 50s through the 60s, even into the early 70s. Almost every manufacturer made a Candela. The only two I know of are the Flor Dominicana and Arturo Fuente. Now, why is it a green wrapper? Well, it's aged differently. First of all, it doesn't age as long as other tobaccos, and it's not exposed to the extreme heat that most tobaccos are exposed to when fermenting in the tobacco barns after being picked. Instead, this is refrigerated, so it doesn't have the heat taking on the brown color. It's a beautiful, beautiful presentation. Beautiful, silky, smooth wrapper, very few veins. But this one, it's almost like a two-tone. Here. On one side it's green, on the other it's like a real tannish green. I think it's just the way it's been sitting in the cigar box at the cigar store I bought this from today. Of course, my biggest question is, how will it smoke? The fillers, as you can see, are brown, not green, and it is a Dominican cigar. Got a real dry taste in my mouth. Very mild with a little bit of herbal flavor to it, I think. It's a nuanced herbal flavor, but that's all I'm getting so far from this. Is just on these first few puffs, it's straight herbal. It doesn't feel like it's a underaged herbal, just a very very basic. Alright, the herbals moving up to the top palate, and some lightly roasted nuts. Just a tiny bit of it is coming through in the front palate. Also got some heat coming in here. A little bit of spice kicking in now. I smoked one of these in the past and I was not impressed by it, but this may end up evolving into a decent stick. So obviously I got a few inches left to smoke, so we'll be back in a couple seconds on your YouTube screen with the verdict. And we're back with the verdict on this LFD Double Claro Candela. And before I get into the verdict, I just got to show you this. When I took the band off, look at that farmer's band. I mean, wow. I think that's kind of crazy. I am very pleased to say that this is leagues better than the one I had really probably about 6 months ago. A creamy, woodsy, nutty flavor that I had in the beginning. It's all still there. Cigar feels a little underfilled, but the burn's been great. The draw's been perfect. The ash is ugly. This is a mild cigar. Most people, when they think of the Flor Dominicana, they think of the Ligeros that are just, gut punchers. This is not one of those at all. If I have a nitpick with it, it's that, well, it is a very elegant smoke and a very nice mild smoke. All of the flavors are accounted for, but they're all fairly muted. You gotta dig around to pick out what you're really smoking. So it's not as involving as I'd like, but that said, it's about a $7.50 stick, $7.50 to $8 for this size. You could probably get a smaller one for around $6.50 to $7. Should you buy it? Well, I think that there are definitely better mild cigars out there for the money. In fact, there are quite a bit to choose from. But I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. If you like Flor Dominicanas and you want something mild, go for it. If you're curious to try Candela wrapper on a premium cigar, go for it. It's not a bad cigar at all. I just feel it could be a little bit better. In any case, if you disagree with me, post a comment. If you agree with me, post a comment. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Plenty more great videos coming your way. And in the meantime, just keep smoking whatever you're smoking. And we'll see you around for the next review. And don't go anywhere just yet, because I'm sure there is one question on your mind about the Candela cigar. How, besides the obvious, the color, how is it different than smoking a natural leaf wrapper or a Maduro wrapper? And what I find with the Candela is it's a mild cigar, but like a Maduro wrapped cigar, you get just a touch of sweetness on the wrapper. So it's something to think about when you're making your purchase. We'll see you around.